Hey everybody, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at the Telezma Tarot. This is new to me. It just came a week or so ago. I didn't get the opportunity to work with it right away because things were just really hectic and busy around here. And it just it actually drove me up the wall because I just wanted to get into this deck so bad, and I just wanted to check it out and see everything and what was going on with it. So with this video, we're going to do a flip through of the cards, as well as take a look at some of the pairs that I was able to come up with. Honestly, I thought this deck was going to be really hard to pair. It was the complete opposite. Almost every single deck I grabbed and pulled out of my collection to pair with it just looked amazing with it. So I actually have 7 decks, 7 oracles that pair with it really well. And I probably could have kept going, but 7 oracles are too much. So some I'll just do like a really fast showing of. The other ones we'll spend a little bit more time on. Yeah, I had no problems pairing this. I thought because it was so busy and just like the way that it was, that I was going to have difficulties finding partners for it, and I absolutely did not. It looked amazing with everything, which is insane. It's the complete opposite than what I thought. So let's get into this. Let's check it out, see what's going on in the Telezma. So I decided to not put any decorations out today because it seems like whenever I do these, I run out of space and everything's just smashing into everything, and it just ends up being an issue. Great box, magnet closure. Awesome. Real good box. Comes with 2 title cards, which I always put on the top and bottom to protect my cards. I just always have. These are the 2 title cards that it comes with. Both are really cool. Obviously, we can see the backs. Really cool back. I love the backs on this. It's amazing. Great little book. Just some nice keywords, short and sweet. Good keywords, though. I really like that she gives you the main keyword, the planet, and the sign, and then just a whole bunch of other keywords. It's perfect. I don't need anything more than this. It's a great book. I think there was a couple Thothy cards in here. I don't know. I didn't get into it that far. Like I said, I haven't gotten to spend a whole heck of a lot of time with this because it was just such a busy week when it showed up. I didn't get the opportunity to really sit down and really get in with it. I did do a couple readings though, and I did really like it. It's out of order because of that. And because I have so many pairs to show, I'm not going to flip through every single card. If you want to see an unboxing, I'm sure there's tons of them on here. So I'm just going to kind of grab chunks and we'll just kind of look at the different cards. They're amazing. There's like retro images. There's animals, all kinds of stuff. Really red based, like a really fiery deck. I get a lot of fire energy from it. Even like the air cards and like the water cards, still really fiery to me. There's just a lot of red in it, which is beautiful. There's some good Egyptian stuff in here too. There's kind of some older, like more of your like ancient symbolism and stuff like that. There's some modern imagery. There is nudity. So just if there you go. If it bugs you, it's there. But like overall, I was really, really impressed with it. It is very busy. There's a lot going on, but that I don't know, that doesn't bug me. I mean, there's times where I want a more plain deck, I guess you'd say, not even plain, more minimalistic deck, just not a whole heck of a lot going on, a lot more open space, right? But then there's times where I'm like like, I get right into this. And like, look at the Lana Del Rey card. Love Lana Del Rey. And that's a great image of her. This one's really interesting too. I really like this card as well. And we got some Marilyn Monroe, Norma Jean. It's a really interesting deck. I really liked it. I really enjoyed the imagery. But see how it's like all just like a lot of fire. A lot of fire. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's pretty feisty from what I can tell from the readings. I feel like I'm getting some pretty feisty stuff. I like the way that it delivers its messages. I found like it's not as like in your face and kind of like blunt the way that the Barbara Walker is. It's not like that. But at the same time, it's not super soft and like delicate delivery, right? Like the Gentle Tarot. It's it'll tell you what you need to hear, but just not in a super duper mean way. Like it's not a Barbara, which is good. But I don't mind the Barbara. I don't mind a Barbara. I actually like decks that are more straightforward and more like in your face about it. I find them actually a lot more direct and easier to read, but that's just my personal opinion. This death card with this kitty cat is so cute. And I like that the like Grim Reaper, like the hooded cloak figure in this, has like the butterfly wings on it. Yeah, great symbolism in this deck. Oops, just throwing the cards everywhere. I like that we have our element associations up at the top. It's a good moon card too. See, and like I told you guys on the last video, I've fallen into the world of collage decks. And I love it. And I don't want to come back out. I love it. It's awesome. This is an interesting image too. I think she did a good job with putting the collage together and picking, you know, the right ones. It is a bigger deck. It's pretty chunky. It's got that real nice gold gilding, kind of similar to like the Sassorabito. And oh, there was another one that had this. I don't know. It's not coming to mind right now. But it's the nice gilding. It's the gilding that's I'm good with. It's well done. It is a hard deck to shuffle. It's really big, so I gotta stretch, like really. So because you gotta stretch, it's kind of a little messy, but that's okay. All right, let's look at some pairs, because honestly, that I had no problems finding it pairs, which is crazy because you would think that with a deck this busy and this much imagery going on in it that I would, but I didn't. All right, let's get in and start looking at the pairs that I found. There's so many, and like I said, some of them I'm going to spend a little bit of time with flipping through, and then other ones I'll just show you a couple and then we'll go on. But like honestly, they're all amazing. Okay, I'm going to start with the first one that I got, and that was Visions in the Liminal Space. So this deck, this Oracle, I absolutely love it. But I have a hard, let's see, look at that, jumpers. But I have a hard time pairing it because it's such a different style of art, right? It's such a different type of Oracle. I love it. This cardstock, my favorite cardstock by far. Love it. Such a good cardstock. This casino linen, amazing. Rewritten history, look at that, eh? Great deck. Love it. All right. Let's oh my god. If they stop jumping around. Okay, so here's our backs. Perfectly fine, right? they're black and white. It's a black and white deck. It's not going to be hard to work in. Let's see here. And when you really start getting into the liminal spaces, like its book and like what the cards mean and stuff, it's quite an amazing deck. It really honestly is. All right, so we've got it takes a curse to break a curse. And like I said, I had a hard time pairing Visions in the Liminal Space. Its artwork is very different than anything that I have in my collection. So I was super excited that, you know, I felt like it did really good with this. I think the Telezma is just different enough as well that, like, it all goes good. The Visions in the Liminal Space is crazy. But I do like the whiteness of the card, and it kind of opens it up and expands it. It's nice. I like the fonts on the Telezma. Everything's nice and big and easy to read. Yeah, look at the lightning happening in this card. And then with the snowflakes in the middle. A lot of weather elements in this. So show me your original face, the face you had before your parents were born. So interesting, eh? Such an interesting oracle and deck. And tarot, I guess I should say. Enough is a feast. The Ten of Wands and the Magician. That, no vacancy. And I'll just do one more. And X marks the spot. So whenever I get this card, I always look in the cards to see if there's an X happening anywhere. And like the only X that I can see is obviously the 10. All right. This card's crazy. So yeah, not too bad, right? A little bit different, a little bit out there. It depends on if you're into the liminal visions in the liminal space or not. If this works for you. All right, and then the next one, I'm going to put it with Begin. Obviously, Begin is new to my collection. You guys saw that. They're pretty much the exact same size. Oh, that's what I wanted to come out. Look at that. Those look great together. All right, we'll put that one on top. Backs. Strangely enough, they work. I don't know. It's weird, eh? And I believe they're like the exact same size, these cards. Yep. The exact same size. But I really like the way these two work together, which is crazy because they're both collage decks, right? So you would think that it would be like too much happening, where I feel like it's good. Like, look at that. I don't know, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I think this one is a really versatile deck. It seems to be able to just, like the beginning, it seems to be able to work with a lot of things, a lot of different decks. Like, look at that. I love it. I love it. This looks so good together. See, it's so nice when you have ones that match like really good together like this. It brings so much into it. It adds so much depth and so much interest into your reading, right? Like it because it's so beautiful, you get excited about it and you want to spend time with it and work with it. And it's amazing. I love this card, the Starry Night, and I don't know, I think it's so beautiful. I got some motorcycles going by. I don't know if my mic will pick that up or not. Hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, I'm liking these ones together a lot. Yep, look at that. The Devil, Eight of Swords, and Slay. Oh, such strong messages, eh? Love it. Oh, they look fantastic. One more, and then we'll switch up decks. We'll see a different one. Oh, yeah, look at that, eh? Amazing. Amazing. Love it. Okay. That was the beginning, which has quickly become one of my most favorite oracles, and it's only been here a few weeks. The Telezma and beginning showed up the exact same week, which is amazing. Two very, very strong decks. All right, so the next one I'm going to grab, and this isn't in any particular order, but Outgrow Yourself. So Outgrow Yourself is an oracle and a tarot combination deck. I tend to use it as an oracle. I do like to look at the tarot card association words, though, like just if I want a little bit more, like a little bit more info, right? But I do mostly use this Outgrow Yourself as an oracle. And I love this deck. This is one of my favorites as far as like an oracle. I love it, love it, love it. All right, ready? Look at that. Risk everything to gain everything. Backs. They look okay together. I like them. I don't mind it. Find your purpose. High Priestess and Seven of Wands. It's crazy how universal the Telezma is, eh? You would think that it would be really hard to pair, but I've had no problems pairing it. I really like it. The beginning oracle and Outgrow Yourself, I think, are my favorites. I do like it with Visions in the Liminal Space as well too, but not as much as beginning and Outgrow Yourself. So behind every cloud is another cloud. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Oh yeah, I really like them together. You only fail when you stop trying with Justice and Seven of Cups. We've got the Hangman, Ten of Swords, and Blossom. That's interesting. Interesting. Oh, look at these ones together. This is really nice. So we've got the Six of Cups, the Chariot, and Pain is Growing, which is actually the Tower card, if you're going to look at the Tarot Association in it. So we've got the Sun, the Empress, and Challenge Your Limits. I'll do one more. Five of Swords, Force, and Trust and Surrender. Wow. Amazing. This card has a little bit of a scuff on it. It's a manufacturing thing. All right, so that is the Outgrow Yourself. Oops, put these all the wrong way. Love this deck. I edged mine in black. Usually I only edge cards in black. I don't use any other color. If it's meant to be a dark deck, like a dark colored deck, I will edge in black. Other than that, I don't edge in other colors. I actually kind of don't like it. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, I don't like too much going on. I just like blacking out the sides. All right, so Daily Crystal was the other one I put with it, and I really like this one as well because it introduces some white between the two cards, the way that the Visions in the Liminal Space did. Daily Crystal is actually a really heavy user in my collection as well, too. I really, really enjoy this deck. Backs look pretty good, eh? All of these ones, the backs look pretty decent. All right. So there we go. We've got clear quartz. So get clear, crystal clear. Let's give it some fresh cards. Here we go. All right. 2 of Cups and 8 of Coins. Get crystal clear. Yeah, I like it. Sometimes it's just nice to have a little bit of crystal energy. So let the money flow in. Queen of Coins and 9 of Cups. That's amazing. I like this. I like how it kind of introduces that little bit of white space. All right, Ace of Coins, 6 of Wands with Celestite, Soothe Your Soul. That's great. I love it. Oh, this looks nice too, eh? 7 of Swords, Princess of Swords, and we've got Get Laser Focused with Azurite. That looks nice too, right? Phantom Quartz. So we've got Art and 4 of Coins. Embrace change. That is a strong message right there. See, and this is the thing, like, I like when they just, I don't know, they get really good. Bloodstone, get up and get moving. 2 of Coins in the Hierophant. I love it. All right, let me see what I get in here. I'm going to have to reshuffle and put some more down. Oh, look at how beautiful this is. See the magic. King of Cups and Queen of Swords. This is an amazing Queen of Swords. I love this Lana Del Rey card. It's excellent. At least I think that's her. I mean, it looks like a heck of a lot like her to me. If it's not her, that looks so much like her, but I'm almost positive that's her. Got Schedule Yourself in, 3 of Swords and the Hermit. Wow. Oh, that is a crazy message. Love it. So yeah, that's with Daily Crystal. Like, how excellent is that? Okay, so let me reshuffle these because we're out, almost out of cards. So let's reshuffle. It is a hard shuffler. It is hard to shuffle. You can do it the other way, like the long way, but I always make a mess when I do that. They always fall everywhere. Cat hair. Story of my life. All right, so we looked at the Daily Crystal. All right, next one. Sacred Symbols. I like Sacred Symbols. This is the mass market edition, not the indie. And I just bought her new one. I can't even remember what it's called. The Iconic something. Iconic or I can't remember it, but you guys know probably what I'm talking about. So backs look good, right? I think the backs of all these cards look really good with this deck, which is strange, right? Because it's such a busy deck. You would think that, like, even the backs are very busy, right? You would think it just would be, I don't know. It works really well. So there we go. We've got Justice, Seven of Wands, and Transmute. I really like the Sacred Symbol Oracle too. I use it a lot as well. Princess of Cups, the High Priestess, and Air. Oh, looks beautiful together. Six of Swords, Two of Wands, and Time. Oh, yeah, I like this one too. See, like what I said, like they all look amazing. Got 10 of coins, 7 of coins, and friendship. So this is the one card in this deck that I usually have a really hard time. Like, I'll pair it with something, and all the cards match except, like, this one. It always kind of doesn't match. Where I feel in this, it matches quite well. It has the same blue that's in this sea turtle and the same, like, yellowy lime color that's in this lime wedge. And it's got, like, the light blue that's happening throughout. Like, it looks fantastic. It works well. So we got the Fool, Queen of Cups, and Release. Throwing cards everywhere. Okay, 5 of Cups, 5 of Coins, and Shadow. Oh, that's interesting, eh? We've got Knight of Swords, 6 of Coins, and Lucky. Okay, one more. And we'll go to the next one. So 9 of Swords, the Moon, and Affluence. Wow. All right. One more. I want to do one more. Look how great that looks. Soulmate. Ace of Wands, 9 of Wands. Soulmate. Love this. Look at this. I'm going to end it right on that because look how fantastic that looks. the same pinks as in here, and it's like dappled in throughout here. This Ace of Wands is amazing. And I love this Nine of Wands card as well. Oh, there's so much fire in this deck. I love it. All right, so that was with the sacred symbols. All right, ready? Let's do the next one. Flowers of the Night. This one I wasn't so sure about at first. And like I said, dark edges, I always, my darker schemed decks, color schemes, I always have a purpose of, I always do the darker edges. Because I feel like it needs to be all dark, right? Like that's what they're going for, having such a you know, a lot of black in them, right? All right. Even that looks amazing, right? Emotions with Ace of Wands and Nine of Wands. Let's see, let's get a fresh card. So we got the Tower, Four of Cups, and Emotions. If we go to the next one, which is Challenge. So the Tower, Four of Cups, and Challenge. Interesting, eh? Telezma is so universal, and I wouldn't have thought it. Honestly, like, look at this right here. So we got Strength with Knights of Wands and Princess of Coins. But, like, look at this, like, churchy building in the background almost. And you've kind of got the same, like, feeling going on in here. And, like, the same shape, like, happening in here. Yeah, amazing, amazing. Love them together. Oh, look at this. This is so beautiful. I'm just going to move this stack over a little bit more so we're not so on top of each other. So we've got the Two of Swords, the Three of Coins, and Awakening. It has a bow in it. So it kind of moves around a little bit. Look at the backs. Amazing, right? I think these are, I don't know, this is, I think, one of my favorite backs. Besides, I really like the Daily Crystal back too. Even that looks so good together, right? So we've got the Magician, Eight of Cups, and Celebration. And I love the starry sky and how it goes into like the starry sky. This is a great Magician card too. I really, really, really liking the Telezma a lot. Ten of Wands, Empress, and Release. Oh, isn't that a strong message? I think because Telezma has so much different style of pictures and period pieces and land, you know, different lands, like worldly map land locations, statue. Like it has so much going on in it that it just fits everything. I was with the world, sun, and intention. That clarity. That is beautiful. Knight of Coins, force, and clarity. So I know some people were a little weird about strength being called force, which kind of, it's two different sides of that spectrum, right? But I don't mind the word force with the traditional strength card, right? I'm okay with it. Look at that. I've got the Star, Five of Swords, and Intuition. So I changed my mind. I wasn't so sure about Flowers of the Night, but after doing this here and looking at these, I really, really like Flowers of the Night with it a lot. So we got Eight of Wands, Ten of Swords, and Preserve. Amazing. All right, let's do the next one. Okay, and then my last one, and then we're going to do a little spread reading with this. The Stars Divine. So the Stars Divine, I really, really like. I was kind of stumped on how to use it when I first got it. First of all, it taught me a lot about astrology right off the get-go, a lot, which I really appreciate because some of the stuff I found confusing, and the way she has her books written is it cleared it up real easy for me, which I super duper appreciate. I really like her books. I like the way she writes, her keywords, everything. I like it with all of her decks. Here's her backs, which look, if I can get one, they look amazing. They look great. So with this deck, what I like doing is I kind of like when I'm doing a spread and I'm doing a reading, right, for myself, whatever, for anybody, I like to pull this as kind of like an anchor card, and then I'll still bring in an oracle and a tarot together. And I really like it. It kind of gives me like an overall direction of all the cards combined, right? So I do really like it, and I do like it with the Telezma as well, which is we got collage on top of collage, right? But like the beginning is a collage deck. So, but I do like it. And like when you start to learn this deck and you get to understand what the 12th house is and like all the different houses, as well as, you know, the planets and astrological symbols and all of that stuff, it really, this is a quite amazing deck. It just takes a little bit of work. You got to get to know it. You got to spend some time learning everything. But once you do, it's a good read. I really like it. So I'm got Knight of Cups, the Chariot, and Receptive. Amazing. Really like it. They're all going to stick together. Look at our two roses. So we got the Hermit, Six of Cups, and Fixed. And this has got like the deserty images going on. That's kind of happening in this, like this almost the same rock formations. And we've got the two flowers happening. It's speaking very well together. And it's like these are on this side and this kind of pulls into this. So it's like, I like it. See, that's when you know when they start communicating like that. But I feel like all of these pairings have been very, very, very strong. I would use any, like, I'm excited with all of these. I love them all. I think they're amazing. And look at that. Four of Wands, Seven of Cups in midheaven. Princess of Wands, Princess of Swords in second house. It's great. There's our David Bowie card. So we got King of Coins, Seven of Swords in 10th house. They just look great together, eh? Four of Swords, Art, and 6th house. Okay, Queen of Wands, Four of Coins, and Lunar Eclipse. Something about like all of like the lanterns and people and candles. Like with this, I don't know. Oh, I like it. Okay, one more. Oh, look at that. That is interesting. King of Swords, the Hierophant, and Sun. Okay, one more. So we got 10 of Cups, Two of Coins, and 8th house. That's awesome. All right, well, I don't know which one's my favorite. Do you guys know which one's your favorite? If you know which one's your favorite, write it down in the comments. Let me know. Because I mean, they're all amazing in their own ways, right? Like, just phenomenal. All right, now let's do a spread with the Telezma. Let's see what it's saying. Let's see what it's talking, what it has to say, what it's going to talk about. All right. Okay, so the Telezma booklet doesn't have any spreads in it. She didn't put anything in here. It's just all like the keywords and stuff. So I'm going to get out The Tarot Bible by Sarah Bartlett, and we're going to do this spread with it. So this is my favorite and least favorite cards. So it's 3 cards, right? You pick, let me move this out of the way. 3 cards. So your first card's your favorite card, second card's your least favorite card, and your third card is what you need to learn from them. So you shuffle and you pull out your first 2 cards. Then you reshuffle and you choose 1 card at random and you put it down into the 3rd position. And then you flip these 2 and look at these 2. So your first card, or you want to look at your Thoth card. Are you blocking out these emotions or archetypal energies? Are you projecting them onto others? So you kind of see how that fits into your life, this least favorite card. Then you look at your favorite card. So is this card like is this card you like project onto a lover, an idea, a long-term ambition? Are you actually living out this quality or just daydreaming about it, right? And then you look at, you flip over your 3rd card and you look at it and you want to discover what you need to learn right now about these 2 cards and what these 2 cards are bringing in and teaching you. So very interesting layout. All right, so let's try to shuffle the Telezma because it is so big. It's a hard shuffle. You can't really riffle this. I mean, if you divided the deck into quarters, into smaller chunks maybe, but this is definitely an overhand deck, and it's a stretch. It's hard to do. All right. But I feel it's important for collage decks to have bigger card stock, right? Because there's just so much going on in here. You want to be able to see everything. It's a very intuitive read at the end of the day, right? So you want to be able to really see that picture. All right. Now, I'm going to... That's the cut right there. All right. So let's pull our first 2. 1, 2. And then let's reshuffle. And we're going to pull at random the 1 card for my 3rd card. Okay. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this one right here. Okay, there's our 3rd card. All right. Move this stuff around a little bit here. Okay, so favorite card, least favorite card. Let's flip these 2. All right, so I've got the Princess of Swords and the 2 of Coins. Interesting, okay. My cat's trying to lay down in a box. If you guys can hear the crunching, he's in the paper. I don't know if my mic's going to pick it up or not. My mic's usually pretty good at cutting stuff out. But if you're hearing weird crunching noise, it's my cat playing in a box. All right, so we've got Princess of Swords and the 2 of Coins. So my favorite card and my least favorite card. So 2 of Coins. Are you blocking out these emotions or archetypal energies, or do you project them onto others? 2 of Coins. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so 2 of Coins is about, to me, it's about priorities. It's about being able to juggle things and to not drop not drop any of them, right? In the Rider-Waite deck, it's the guy that's juggling the two coins with the infinity symbol, right? Holding them all together, that band. But I believe in this deck, she reads it as different. I believe in this deck, she reads it as this is a card of change. So if I'm just going to read it the way that I read it, this is about priorities. And having this being my least favorite card right now, I do agree with that in the terms of I'm trying to prioritize things. I'm trying to prioritize the important things, different aspects, different things that are important in my life and in my businesses. But at the same time, like I sometimes just want to let down my hair and have fun and like go on shopping sprees and like just buy whatever the heck I want and be crazy and, go all crazy. But I have this like haunting shadowy side of me that's always like, no, you need to save, you need to prioritize, you need to make sure that you put stuff away and save for a rainy day and blah 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 blah. So like I honestly and I hate doing that. I hate it. Like I love to shop, I love to spend money, I love to go out and eat at nice restaurants and do all of those things, but you know, I have to be very realistic, and in today's day and age, it's a good idea to prioritize and make sure that all of your important stuff is taken care of before you do that other stuff, right? So, and that's like my least favorite thing to do. I hate prioritizing. I hate, like, I'm kind of just like, I want to do it because I want to do it kind of person. I'm very much like fly by the seat of my pants kind of person sometimes. So I strongly dislike prioritizing and having to be responsible about things, right? So that's how I'm reading it. My favorite card is the Princess of Swords. So, being my favorite card, I'm going to say very much this is somebody in my life. This is a young person in my life that has been in my life a long time, many, many, many years. Um, and I love being around her. I love spending time with her. Yeah, sometimes we don't get along and sometimes we have conflict and disagreements, but I really, 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 really love this young person in my life, and I really, really enjoy them, and I think very highly of them. They are very intelligent. They are very quick-witted. They are smart. They have wonderful things to say, and this character, like this, just makes me think of her and who she is in my life and what she's about. And right now she is one of my most favorite people in my life right now. And I absolutely love seeing her. I love talking to her on the phone. I love spending time with her. She just means the world to me. So I feel like that favorite person and that favorite card, like I feel that it's the same, right? And if I look here, this is the card you like projecting onto a lover, an idea, a long-term ambition. Are you actually living out this quality or daydreaming about it? So when I look at this card, I think of that person. And it's funny because it's like, are you actually living out this quality? She is so smart and she is so creative and, and she's able to stand up for herself and others. And you know, I'm proud of it because a lot of it she's learned from me, right? But her creativity and her intelligence, I do sometimes get very like I wish I could be like that. Like I wish like sometimes when I hear her talk and the things that she talks about, I'm like, "Oh my God, like that is amazing." Like I only wish that I could be that intellectual and that smart with my words and putting things together correctly, right? Like and so I'm very much like I love those aspects of her, and I wish that I could be more like that sometimes, right? So yeah, I agree with that. I just want to make sure I'm putting this stuff into the right terms because sometimes I get carried away with my readings and the things that they're supposed to be representing, I read completely different, which is tarot. I mean, like that's the way it goes, right? But still. So we've got, are you blocking out these emotions? Yep, I hate prioritizing. I do not like doing it. Okay, and then is this projected onto a lover? So, like a lover or like a person that you spend a lot of time with, I would say yes. Are you actually living out this quality or daydreaming about it? I actually really daydream about being able to intellectualize things the way that she does, right? So, like, I agree with that. All right, so now let's look at what we can learn from these two cards. So we're going to turn this over. All right, and the Hierophant. Oh, interesting. So this is what I need to learn right now about these two cards, right? All right. So the Hierophant to me is very much about traditions and structure. And I feel like that's what I can take from both of this, is having a little bit of a tradition, uh, um, a little bit of a traditional approach to my days, and maybe making myself some routines that become my traditions, right? So that it's not so hard for me to prioritize. And then I can include these wonderful things that this person brings to the table. Maybe read more books, maybe spend more time doing stuff, right? But I feel like if I create myself a little bit of a traditional structure, maybe creating routines and stuff like that, that I can bring more of these energies from these cards into my day-to-day life, and it not be so difficult for me to achieve, right? Because I'm very much like, I don't really have a routine, I don't really have a structure. um, when I get up in the morning, my phone's ringing, I got clients coming in. My main priority is just to always get ready, get dressed, get ready to do the appointments, get through my day, and then, like, you know, end my day. So it's kind of all over the place, and it's always different every morning. Like, I don't have a necessarily a structure or routine. So I think, like, what the Hierophant is trying to tell me is, like, this person right here is a very structured person in my life. She has her routines. She does everything by the book, by her book. She has very strong guidelines for herself, a very strong routine, daily routine for herself. So I feel that I can learn that from her, right? She reads a lot of books. She has a very strong daily routine, right? So maybe by me being able to prioritize and look at that daily routine and that strength of that routine that she's created for herself, that's what the Hierophant's trying to tell me, is like, I can learn that from these two situations, right? I can learn to prioritize and have um, a little bit more of a cushion behind me financially, and to have a little bit more of comfort and not, go crazy spending money and shopping all the time, right? Which I kind of don't, but I do, right? I do, but I don't. And then this person, you know, she's very structured. She has a very strong routine. She's very to her core values. She sticks to everything. Like, she sticks to her guns, right? So, obviously I can learn that from her as well too. So I think that's what, I'm getting from this is, look at her, these traditions, these structures, the way that things have always kind of been done, right? And implement these things into my daily life to make these things easier for myself, or just to be able to have the things that I like from these cards more easily attainable, right? So I think that that's a great reading, and I really like that. Very interesting. I don't know, like, I have to get in and look at the guidebook. I don't know if this deck is more Thoth based or if this is more Rider-Waite based. It doesn't really matter. You can kind of read them either way, right? But, like, I'm just curious on, I got to get in there and spend time with it and read her book. I don't think she's got a whole heck of a lot in her book, but I'm trying to determine if this is like a Rider-Waite based deck or if this is more of a Thoth based deck. I'm almost kind of feeling it's Thoth based, but I don't know. I have to spend some time to look into it. I might be wrong. But absolutely love this deck. The Telezma, so much more flexible and universal than I thought it was going to be. A lot of fire energy in it, a lot of red, a lot of warm color tones, which then she turns around and cools them right down with these blues, right, and purples. So amazing. Love this deck. Really interested and excited about spending time with it. And the beginnings, like I said, like, these two kind of, they showed up at like the exact same week pretty much, right? So I was able to sit down and spend some time with this, but then things got really busy and I have not yet to really sit down and spend a lot of time with this deck. This video is actually the most time I've gotten to spend with it so far. So I'm really excited about that and doing that. The Telezma is wonderful, wonderful. I really, really enjoy it. I really like it. I think it's a pretty good price point. It's a little more money than what I'm comfortable spending, usually, typically, but it doesn't bear the price tag of the Ritual Tarot, so, we're doing pretty good. But I really like this. I really enjoy this. So if you enjoyed yourself and you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. I hope you got to enjoy the Telezma as much as I do. And let me know in the comments below which pairing you liked it with, or maybe you have this deck and you pair it with something else. Like, let me know. I'm really interested in knowing which pair that I showed that you're interested in, or if you have one of your own, share it. But yeah, thanks so much. All my new subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Thank you.